welcome back to the channel, and welcome to hopefully being able to complete the downstairs toilet. So I don't think it won't be done in this video, and what I'm aiming to do is get all the plumbing buttoned up and finished, ready for fitting the new units that have arrived. Now, the units, what this is going to allow me to do is place all the plumbing where it needs to be. So things like the water inlet to the toilet cistern. So I've bought this fitting and then I know where I need to put the cold feed for that, and then the hot and cold for the sink, and then I can place my isolating valves as required. So that's what you saw in the start of this the video. I've just been buttoning up some of these, the outside or the taps in the garage, and then getting the placement of all the other parts and things like that ready to go. So what I want to do now is build from sort of here and start getting it soldered and start getting it in place. So what I have is solder ring joints. So these already have solder in them. Let me just grab one. What we have here is the fitting, solder ring fitting, and as you can see in there is a ring of solder all the way around, and that's on all ends of the fitting. And what you need to do, how I understand it, is flux the pipe so it's in there, and I believe that sort of cleans up the solder, and then apply heat to the fitting, and you will see the solder form all the way around the pipe, and that's when you know, I think it's capillary action, and that's when you know you're ready to take the heat away and for it to cool down and dry. If that's the way you do it. I suppose it is molten. So yeah, that's what we're going to do in this video. We're going to start at this end and work that way. These are all buttoned up and ready to go. They just need, they will be more secure. And then I will bring the sink unit in, so we know that these hot and cold feeds will go in the right place, and we know how we're going to place them and how they'll reach the sink itself. So I'll bring the unit in and we'll get going, and we'll just see what we get done. Hopefully we'll get the plumbing done this week, because I'm doing it obviously around work on an evening, and yeah, so we'll get going. Let's see what we can get done. We have the unit in place. So as you can see, my original plan was to bring these in sort of square like that and then run them along, but it's going to hinder these ones. So what the new plan of attack is going to be, I'm going to put a T-piece on there for the hot, because hot is on the left, so then that can come out and up, and then I'll have two isolation valves sort of here, so that the tap pipes can go onto the hot there, and then the cold I'm going to put here where I've marked the wall, a T-piece in there coming out, and then that can come across and up, or just straight up really. Actually might do that one. So yeah, that's what we're going to do, I think. So the goal actually was to have the isolation valves beyond the supply for the sink, so that I could turn the garage taps off separate to the taps in here, and we could still use it. Now, problem being, ideally looking at this, I don't want these right the way over here, because it means running pipes all the way along. So what I'm thinking is the cold, I think I'll be more likely to turn off on its own. So I'm going to put that isolator there. And then at least the tea and cold supply, we'll have a cold supply then in here, and then the hot I might move further over to here, and then at least it's close by them ones, and we can turn it off if we need to, and it won't be an issue. So I'm going to get this shifted out of the way and then get these cut and look to get these ones soldered and ready in place. Right, so bit of a nightmare, but it's all part of the learning. So we soldered this end, and this is my hot feed round to the tap. Well, they'll probably cut back to about there. So solder ring joints here. Burnt the wall a little bit, even though we've got as heat-proof mat. And yeah, so I'll put a cap on that so I can test it, because I'd rather find a leak now than when everything's in. So I'll get this shut off, this valve, and then I can bring the water in to here and see how we get on. So that's all the hot actually soldered and connected up and ready to go. So I've gone round with the torch, which you won't be seeing on camera because I've filmed on my phone. I needed the torch on my phone as well. So I've gone round and all the solders look pretty good this end. I'm going to check this end, and then we'll look to get it turned on and just try it and see what happens really. So I'll put a bucket under the garage outlet just to make sure that I can kind of drain it a little bit. So yeah, I'll let that cool, that end, check it, and then we'll turn it on and see what happens. And if just like that, I've got hot water outside or in the garage, which I'm looking forward to. Now the weather's cold outside, I can get the cars washed, nice warm hand. So yeah, so what I've done with this, I've kind of heat cycled it, if you like. It sounds daft, but my mentality is, this is obviously the hot, so the hot water's going to come through it, heat up, heat expands, and these compression fittings, obviously expanding, contracting, it's going to potentially, I'm not saying it's going to, potentially leave a little gap somewhere where water. So I've ran it through, filled a bucket in the garage, so that all the pipes got really hot, and then I've just let it cool down, so it's quite cool now, and just see if any leaks have come. So I'm going to leave it now a bit longer and then turn it off again, run as much water out, but it's got to go up, so I can't really do that. Yeah, we'll leave it at that for tonight, and then tomorrow's job is to get the cold done. So yeah, I need to get at that side. If I zoom in there, that's another outside tap to the back of the house that will fill up the water butts. So the water sprinkler system in the summer will be fed from there. However, I'm going to have it on a water butt or 2 water butts. So hopefully rainwater will fill it up, and I'm trying to devise, come up with some sort of mechanism on how water is only filling it up when required, and if rain fills them up, then that's better. So that's what that's for. Hopefully it won't be used that often, but I'm putting it in now. So I'll probably do that tomorrow, get that fitted in place, and then that'll allow me to build off and get the cold supply done. And then we can look to get the units in. That's probably not for this video, and I'm going to leave this down to the plumbing. So yeah, really happy with it. Looks quite neat, and yeah, not bad for I'll say a second time or a third time, but yeah, really pleased with it, and hopefully the cold goes just as well. So catch you back tomorrow. That, folks, is a wrap. Hot and cold feeds all in and ready to go. So that's our hot for the tap on the basin, cold for the basin. Eventually these will go up, but in the meantime what my thoughts are is I'll get the units fitted now, and then once they're in I can cut these to the right place, 90-degree angle up, and then the taps can go on top and spin around. And then what we've got is just a long run down to the feed for the toilet, and then that runs down to an isolator there. So if ever needed, I can isolate both hot and cold there for the whole downstairs toilet. And then we've got an isolator there for the outside tap. So I'll finish that at a later date, probably tomorrow, when I had a late finish with work tonight, so I didn't get a chance to get that done. But yeah, very happy with it. Did make a bit of a schoolboy and an annoying one because I knew about it. So because of the tap I've got on the other side of this, I decided to put a non-return valve on, which, to be honest, I think you're supposed to have anyway. There's a directional arrow on it somewhere. Where is it? Oh, it might be. Oh, it's on this side. Just there, saying that way. And it was upside down. Yeah, the annoying thing is I knew about it, so yeah, never mind, you live and learn. So I hope that's helped, and I hope you enjoyed the video. This is new to me, and I'm pretty impressed with my efforts. Yes, plumbers will probably see soldering fittings as inferior, if you like, and maybe the speed fit, but it's worked for me, and just touch wood, we have no leaks going forward. So yes, I'm going to leave this video here. Thank you for watching. Please make sure you give it a thumbs up if you're enjoying the progress and are impressed with my second or third time plumbing. So please head over to Instagram at _DIY_journey for more day-to-day updates, things like this on a daily basis. And please make sure you subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.